What's up, guys? Kind of gonna have we've been having a bunch of XiangQi stuff today. We're gonna go through a YouTube series. So I thought, you know what? If I'm gonna be watching videos, you know, may as well be watching them on stream, you know?
From XQ in English, and this is my first.
Okay.
Hi, this is Jim from XQ in English, and this is my first attempt at video to introduce XiangQi.
Hey, what's up, Red Rum?
Find any Hi, this is Jim from XQ in English, and this is my first attempt at making a video to
I am not hearing it.
Hi, this is Jim from XQ in English, and this is my first attempt at making a video to introduce XiangQi. Before we continue, some basic introduction. XiangQi is the
Okay, now I hear it, but you don't.
because it was believed that the ancients used ivory to make the pieces.
Okay, now I don't hear it.
XiangQi is perhaps the most played game in the world, although I have not been able to find any Vietnam, Thailand, etc. It is a game of strategy between two players, and they are divided into two colors, red and black. It is also a very important part of the cultural heritage of the Chinese. Then the CXA, or the Chinese XiangQi Association, what we call the Chinese Chess Association, which could cause some trouble or some misunderstanding, especially when international chess is implied. I went to.
Okay, let's watch.
Hi, this is Jim from XQ in English, and this is my first attempt at making a video to introduce XiangQi. Before we continue, some basic introduction. XiangQi is the Hanyu pinyin of the Chinese term. There are many other names where it was used to be called. Perhaps it is more well known as Chinese chess, or elephant chess, or even ivory chess. Elephant chess is a direct translation of the term in Chinese, whereas ivory chess is one of the older terms used to describe the game, because it was believed that the ancients used ivory to make the pieces and even the board. XiangQi is perhaps the most played board game in the world, although I have not been able to find any statistics to support this claim. It is immensely
there are some statistics. Here we go. XiangQi, number of people who play XiangQi. 2 players. It is believed that there are over 1 billion people in the world. But where is that statistics? There are about 3 million people in China who play chess, of which 300,000 are in the Federation. Chess has only gained popularity in China in the last 2 decades, still trails Chinese chess and Go, Weiqi. XiangQi and Weiqi. XiangQi has about 10 times more legal board positions than chess. But because the board is larger, game tree complexity of XiangQi beats that of chess by 37 orders of magnitude. From experience of both, from personal experience of both chess seems more complex, but XiangQi is way harder. Shogi is not the same. According to recent research, both XiangQi and backgammon evolved from an ancient Chinese game called Liubo that was invented some 3,500 years ago. Like Liubo, the modern XiangQi consists of 1 general and 5 pawns. Game decided by the capturing of the general. Is chess.com blocked in China? Holy shit, chess.com is blocked in China. What the fuck? Which is better? It's subjective. It is one of the most popular board games in China. The same family of games as Western chess, Chaturanga. Oh, by the way, I have a really... I try not to like buy things too many times, but I just saw something that was like, I need a dedicated XiangQi board, and like I'm pretty sure this one is like a full size one, because the one I have is like kind of like a partial size. But coming on Saturday, just gonna make sure there's no God. God damn it. Let me open it in a incognito tab. There we go. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're in an incognito tab now for Amazon. Okay, so like I ordered this XiangQi set. Oh, oops. Like this thing looks freaking crazy cool. It's like a leather board, leather case board that folds. The freaking amazing artwork on it. Like a closing like latch hasp or whatever. It looks like it's a full 15.16 inches. I mean, that's pretty good size. And it just looks like a really awesome set. That's dedicated to XiangQi. XiangQi is Chinese chess. It's it was invented around the same time as Chaturanga. XiangQi invented. Chinese chess, XiangQi was played in China from about 708 AD. So it's about it's about 1,300 years old or so. Chinese chess is believed to have been derived from an Indian board game known as chaturanga. The game is designed to be represented a particular battle. Ooh. Is XiangQi older than chess? There is no single time when either chess or XiangQi was invented. They both evolved slowly from a family of games that already existed in the 6th century Common Era, starting with the game of chaturanga, India, or Persia. I think this is all like entry level scholarly stuff because like I'm pretty sure like at a very deep high super high level scholar historian standpoint, I don't think anyone knows exactly which game was invented first. This may have been the very first game that was of chess that was ever invented. It may have been. Chaturanga may also have been. Nobody knows exactly for sure. I'm pretty damn sure. Like I'm pretty damn sure that like they were invented around the same exact time, and maybe simultaneously. Maybe there was some mastermind. Like there was like a Chinese and an Indian merchant. Thank you for the follow, 30 and just started chess. Awesome. Yeah. Sorry, I missed your follow. I mean, that's more of like a scholarly thing. I don't know 100% of that. I do remember reading about like some scholarly stuff like that though. Yeah, and like this just seemed like it was like really one of these things that like is like a limited time only kind of thing, and I saw this and I'm like, I need this. Like this is totally like this screams Rebecca right here. Like I need that. I can make $30 in like 20 minutes, so it's like uh sometimes. And I think this is gonna be awesome. I do have a Go board that on the other side has a XiangQi board, but it's a flat, like bamboo pressed board, and it's not like dedicated. It's not like this one is like it folds, and the pieces like stay inside. So like I can store the pieces inside, which is a big deal. Even though like for my normal pieces, I can keep my normal XiangQi pieces like in this little box. I already have my XiangQi pieces. Here's the elephant here, right? So I already have my XiangQi pieces in a little box, but it's just the fact that it folds up is probably like the biggest thing, and that the pieces are literally right inside the board. I needed something like that because I have a tournament-sized Western chess board. I have a tournament-sized chessboard, but I don't have like I'm pretty sure this. I'm not sure if this is tournament size or not. XiangQi tournament size. Review of tournament formats. I don't know if they like, yeah, regulation XiangQi board size. What is this? I think this is, yeah, it's gonna be that size. Rules, did it? I don't know if there's like what is the WXF regulation board? WXF. XiangQi Federation. World XiangQi Federation. What are the World XiangQi rules? Here we go. Oh, that's like a book. Did tournament's intro? Is that it? XiangQi intro. I don't know if there's like a XiangQi regulation board size. Okay, I guess 37 centimeters. Centimeter to inch. 35 centimeters. Yeah, I mean, so I guess mine is full size. Um, 37, I mean, not 35. Yeah, so like 15 inches. Yeah, I think the 15 inches, I'm pretty sure that's full size. So I'm getting a full size board. $37 centimeters. Yeah, so I'm like getting like full size board. 15 inch. Sometimes I need to spend something on myself, you know, just to keep myself going. And I'm ready to take XiangQi really seriously. I'm not sure if I want to use those pieces. Well, we'll see when I get it, whether or not I want to use these pieces. I'm pretty sure I want to use these pieces because these look like more normal pieces. The ones I have right now, the advisors, are like a really weird font. It only uses the black font, where like for both sides. Whereas in this set, it uses the standard font that's usually used for the red advisors. But I don't know. I'm gonna really like this set. So yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the videos. Oops. Um,
Popular in China and Southeast Asia, in countries like Malaysia, Singapore, Taiwan, Vietnam, Thailand, etc. It is a game of strategy between two players, and they are divided into two colors, red and black. It is also a very important part of the cultural heritage of the Chinese. There are many idioms that are used in daily life that have their roots stemmed in XiangQi. Before we go on, I would like to take the opportunity to explain why XiangQi is best used and why it is the official term and not Chinese chess. For example, if Chinese chess were to be used, then the CXA or the Chinese XiangQi Association would be called the Chinese Chess Association, which could cause some trouble or some misunderstanding, especially when international chess is implied. I went to search on Twitter recently, and this is what I found. For example, in this tweet about Zhu Wenjun, the current women's world chess champion, if XiangQi was called Chinese chess, then sometimes Zhu Wenjun might be mistaken for being the world's women's XiangQi champion. This is another tweet that I found by Sino Chess, which I think is quite a good idea. For example, the 2019 Chinese Chess Championships would actually refer to the Chinese International Chess Championships. Okay, there are many other examples whereby using the term Chinese chess would cause some misunderstanding or some trouble in understanding what form of chess is being discussed. A simple history of XiangQi. The modern day of XiangQi that we play now, which has been in existence for almost 1,000 years now or even more, took form no later than the Song dynasty. There are many theories about the origins of XiangQi before the Song dynasty, and this has been complicated by different hypotheses suggested by Western scholars and Chinese scholars, and they will not be discussed here. In this short video, I will instead focus on the Chinese side of the story. There are many prehistoric origins regarding XiangQi. For example, Shen Nong, the god of agriculture, invented XiangQi. That it was it was a game model after the Chuan contention, and one of the generals in the Chuan contention, General Han Xin, is touted by many to be the inventor of XiangQi. And there is also evidence of literary evidence of Emperor Wu of the Zhou dynasty, who was called Yuan Yong, who lived during 543 to 578 AD, to be the inventor of XiangQi. He even wrote a mantra called the Elephant Mantra, but unfortunately that piece of work is now not extant. XiangQi has also been believed to be a product of evolution, with its earliest form being Liu Po, and a game that existed during the time of the Warring States, about 2,000 over years ago. There are still many other hypotheses regarding the history of XiangQi, which will not be covered here today. Maybe I'll make a video to introduce the history of XiangQi later. To begin with, we have to introduce the XiangQi board. As can be seen, there are 9 vertical lines that make up the board, and these lines are called files. There are 10 horizontal lines
File.
that can be
Not
seen,
false.
and they are called ranks. There is an empty space in the middle of the board, which is denoted as the river. And sometimes there are inscriptions in the river, Chinese inscriptions called Chu He Han Jie, which would mean the Chu River and the Han border. Incidentally, in 2018, it was suggested that the Chu He Han Jie be written on boards, especially for use in competition. There are 2 squares at both ends of the board, which are known as the palaces. Okay, and by default, it has been suggested that red's side of the board be placed at the bottom, while black's side of the board be placed on top, such that the board would be in a vertical manner. There are diagonal lines in the palaces, which represent the movement or where the advisors can move, and they are called the advisor diagonals, or 视行线. And finally, there are several inscriptions on particular intersections on the board, which are called board stars or panxin. They represent the initial position of the cannons and pawns in the array. And XiangQi is a game, as mentioned before, of 2 opposing sides. And unlike international chess, the pieces are played on the intersections and not in the squares. Okay, here you would have the initial array of the pieces on the board. And sometimes on certain XiangQi boards there are additional verses that are inscripted. For example, 观其不与真君子, which, if were to be translated into English, would simply mean no kibitzing is encouraged or allowed. And there is another commonly used phrase, 棋手不回大丈夫, which means that no take-back is allowed.
No teabag.
We will slightly go into
What is this, an Apex tournament?
detail regarding the files, as this would be very important in the section on notation of XiangQi later on. In XiangQi, the files are numbered from right to left.
Of course he said take back, but the auto-generated closed captions said teabags.
In relation to the player. For example, as can be seen on the board here, red's first file and 9th file, as denoted by the stencils, are placed from right to left. And black's files are numbered also in relation to black, also from right to left. There are different names for each of the files in Chinese. The first and 9th files being at the edge of the file, on the edge of the board, are called the edge files. The second and 8th files are called 车行线, or a term that is seldom used in Chinese, and I have chosen to translate them as the external rib files. The third and seventh files are called the elbow files, or the XiangQi. The term elbow files was, I think, first appeared in a document that was
Edge,
published by the
rib,
Asian
elbow.
XiangQi Federation about 1 or 2 decades ago. I think they used the term elbow files because they thought that they used the anatomy of a human being as a reference. An interesting thing to note would be that in Tu Jingming's definitive XiangQi dictionary, the second, third, seventh, and eighth files were all called the 侧翼线, and 车行线, as I mentioned before, was only found in another book by Wang Guilong.
I'm sorry, but the closed captions trying to make sense of the Mandarin words. One quite long.
As I mentioned before, was only found in another book by Wang Guilong.
Wang Kui Long. Not one quite long. Giggity.
The fourth and sixth files need to be addressed specifically.
Okay, so you have outer rib and then rib.
They are called the rib files, or 勒线, as a direct translation of the Chinese term 勒线. Interestingly, in the same article that was published by the Asian XiangQi Federation, the fourth and sixth files were initially called the armpit files, which I personally feel that's very offensive and will lead to many unnecessary trouble. But why did why was it called the armpit files in the first place? I think it was because of a basic cue that was called 一车挂, although I have no evidence to prove it at the moment. But in all my my entire website and in all my work that I've done, I've chosen to call the fourth and sixth files as the armpit files, and God forbid them being called the armpit files. Okay, I've chosen to call them the rib files. The fifth file is called the central file, and here is a short summary of the files, the English name of it. And finally, we will get to the ranks. As in the files, the ranks are named in relation to the player. Okay. For example, red's bottom rank will be the horizontal line that's closest to the player, and the third rank will come next, the cannon rank, the pawn rank, and the riverbank rank. There is a term in Chinese called 齐和线, which would mean the cross riverbank rank, because it is a specific term used to denote especially the chariot when being moved to the enemy's riverbank rank, where
The rook.
it is it would be a very threatening force, but also be susceptible to much attack. For more, please support my website, and I've written and collected all this information and many other more information in Understanding the Elephant, XiangQi Primer Part 2. And of course, please feel free to use my free website. There are over 2,500 pages or 600 pages, I can't remember now. And I've been an ardent promoter of XiangQi for many years, and I really hope that the world would really love the game as I do. And thank you.
I love it. Like you know that feeling like when you eat like a bunch of food, it's like really greasy. This is like that was like a pork steak. Like like it's all like everything's all like. Just a second, I need to put a bra on. Yeah, it's like it'd be super risky. I mean, I kept the like light down to like try to like prevent any slippage so you don't see any outlines or whatever, but it's just not gonna play out that way. The a little bit too risky. Let's add our little ambient light here. Make it a little bit nicer. Okay, 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 okay. You guys, let's watch some videos. We got a lot of studying to do.
Hi, this is Jim from XiangQi in English, and this will be my second video. In the first video, I have already covered some simple history, some simple introduction of XiangQi, and also the relevant terms used to describe various lines and positions on the XiangQi board. In this next video, I will be introducing the XiangQi pieces and some simple checkmates, etc. The pieces, there are 7 different types of pieces per side in XiangQi. One thing that I must mention here was that in 2018, the World XiangQi Rules was published. It was a milestone in my opinion because other than the Chinese version of the rules, for the first time, an English version was also published. The material used in this video will be based on the World XiangQi rules. There are 2 chariots, 2 horses, 2 cannons, 5 pawns, 2 advisors, 2 elephants, and 1 king per side. And one of the biggest problems in the past when promoting XiangQi was that although there were official names used to denote the pieces, somehow many different people use different variations or their own translations to name the pieces. So if you were to see some of the earlier videos, it could be confusing because the same thing would be called by different names from video to video. And the World XiangQi Rules, in my opinion, has unified this situation, and I believe that in the long run it will be beneficial for the promotion of XiangQi. Okay, in this slide.
So I'm not sure if these have changed. This was 3 years ago, but it seems like all the websites that are using like they say rook, like it says R, and it says H for horse, and you say C for cannon. Okay, like, and then advisor, elephant. Like I'm pretty sure it's just you say rook, not chariot.
Right, I've made a short summary of the pieces. One thing to note would be the English abbreviation for the various pieces. For example, R is for chariot, R is for chariot. H is for horse. C is
Yeah, R is for chariot because it's a rook. And he's leaving that out.
for cannon. P is for pawn. A is for advisor. E is for
Like, why is he reaching that far? It says R and then it says chariot, like the capital R. Like, no, it's rook. Okay.
elephant. And K is for
But it is like a chariot. Like, it's literally like, I mean, some people call it a car because that's literally the symbol for car.
king.
Ju,
One thing to note.
马, Pao, Bing, Shi, Xiang, Shui, or
Oh,
Jiang.
is that the traditional Chinese and simplified Chinese forms have both been in use for the various pieces. Like, for example, the Chinese ideogram for chariot would be different in its traditional and simplified form. The same goes for the other pieces. Okay, the first piece to be discussed in detail will be the chariot. The chariot is written as such in Chinese, and one of the ways to remember how it looks like for the
Gotta do it in
non-Chinese
reverse.
speaker would be to concentrate on the square in the center. The chariot behaves exactly the same as its international chess counterpart. It can advance, retreat, or traverse the board for as many intersections as it wants, provided there are no other pieces that are blocking it. It behaves and moves exactly the same way as the rook in international chess. Okay, for example, in this diagram, the red chariot at the corner is unhindered, so it can control up to a maximum of 17 intersections on the board, which is quite a lot as there are only 19 intersections on the board. The red chariot in the center can only move to these few intersections as it has been blocked. The black chariot is even worse off. It can only move to here, or here, or here, or here, or simply capture the red cannon.
Hey, what's up, Eve? How is you doing? It seems so hard. It is hard, but chess is hard in general. I really like this game. It's such an interesting game, and it's getting me interested in stuff I've studied before, like Chinese, because I used to study Chinese. I'm trying to get my, let's see. I'm just kind of having a fun, chill night. I played a bunch of games earlier. Now we're watching some videos.
Captures material by occupying the intersection of the captured piece. For example, the red chariot can capture either the pawn or the horse. In this case, it would have captured the horse, and this would be the resulting diagram. It is the most powerful piece in XiangQi. The next piece that we will be discussing would be the horse. It is pronounced as ma
Ma
in Chinese. To learn to recognize the ideogram, focus on the four legs of the horse in the diagram.
Just a second. Whoa, that was a close call. Holy shit. I had no idea what folder it was in last. Holy shit, that was a close call. I have some stuff on my computer that would get me permabanned. Okay, so I need to be really careful next time I open anything like that. Holy shit. Holy shit, I need to be really careful. Oh my god. Uh, that that would have been really bad. You're curious now? I mean, it doesn't take much imagination. And it's probably not what you think either. It's like my own stuff. Okay, where's my scrap? Oh, like random. Here we go. Random. Where's my template? Okay. Writing template. Here we go. Writing template. And then save. Oh, wait. I feel like this is like the wrong. The wrong folder. Here, I think it's in my Google Drive. Possibly. This is like a late night stream, kind of late night vibes going on. If kind of like it. Oh fuck! You look amazing. Well, thank you. Even if I got banned and well, it wouldn't be worth it. I'd be permanently banned. And they're available other places that I can't mention here. So like it wouldn't be worth it. They're already there. Everybody's already seen it. Okay, I think this is it. Writing template small. Oh fuck. And then I think I just oh, it's in the it's on my external hard drive. That's what it was. That's where I put them all. I was trying to remember where I put them. Okay, so it's in handwriting. There we go. Sketch. Okay, here we go. Blank note template. Save as um scrap 2022 11/10 Friday. Okay, and let's see. Oh. There we go. Okay, and okay. I haven't done any handwriting stuff in so long. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, so oh god. I like totally forgot the freaking stroke order. I have not practiced Chinese writing in a while. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Okay, yeah. No, what was dun 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 dun. Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's terrible. Okay. God. Yeah. My instinct is to go like that because that's usually the strokes. But it's a different one. It's because it has this character. It has this radical in it. It has that radical in it. So it's like, but it's like that, which is like it's actually it's actually several different radicals. Like it's the roof with that one, and then it's that one. But it's like it's not quite like that. It's like yeah, that's not the right stroke order. Like the right stroke order is like oh, I think you might have to oh hey Mike Tane. You might have to start over. You have to do Poke Start to get a starter Pokemon. It's been so long since I practiced stroke orders. Is 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's. Oh. You chose to learn Chinese over Japanese. Japanese was my second language, and then I started learning Mandarin like later on, but I haven't like
Horses
practiced
are
in a long time.
non-linear moving pieces, so they can only advance or retreat but cannot traverse in the same rank. The movement of the horse is very similar to its international chess counterpart, the knight. Um, a move by the horse consists of moving it to the adjacent intersection before moving it in a diagonal fashion to the next diagonal intersection in the same line. So the red horse, if it were unhindered, could move to any of the intersections marked with X. One thing
It was a mix of both. I with Japanese I was mostly self-taught. When I took Mandarin, I took like a class.
to note about
But I also was self-taught for writing. I only took about like I only did like not even a full semester, but I studied for like a year self-study for Chinese.
the horse in XiangQi is that it can be blocked. If the first adjacent intersection were blocked, it would not be able to finish its move. So in this case, the red horse can only move to this intersection as it has been blocked by the two red cannons and pawn, and it cannot move here because the red chariot has already occupied that intersection. It captures material by occupying the intersection of the captured piece. In this example, the horse is now placed at a at a position that we call the elbow horse position. It would be delivering a check on the black king and also threatening
Oh, and thanks for the follow, Eve Singularity.
to capture the black chariot. Sorry. So as the black king has to resolve the threat, it will have to move away, and the black chariot will be captured. By virtue of its movement, the horse is
Okay, like I was wanting to watch all these, but a lot of this is introductory. Simple strategies. There, let's go to this one. Because I don't need to go over the super basics. Like, we don't really need to go over the super basics. I have a command if you're interested in learning. Here's some good resources.
Okay, everybody. This will be the fourth and perhaps the last video in my series to introduce XiangQi. In this video, I will be talking about the various aspects of XiangQi and perhaps introduce to the non-Chinese speakers.
Oh, I need to update that one because you can actually put it in English. Yeah, query English. Just a second. Let me open. I haven't opened up. I haven't opened up MooBot in so long. The dashboard. Just a second. I need to like go into my commands, custom commands. XiangQi. Openings. Query English. There we go. But what about I have another one that's endings. Let me check it out. Yeah, that one's just a bunch of endings. Like endings table bases. You're trying the free trial on what? You want to be a master? Be a master baiter when you bait chat. I'm baiting chat by playing XiangQi. People are like, what the hell is this? I'm baiting chat so fucking hard. Like, by playing XiangQi, I am baiting chat so fucking hard. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, you mean chess.com? I use Lichess because it's free. And it also has like the best study tool in chess, period. Which is really the only reason. I don't care whatever else you have about chess.com or Lichess. The only reason I prefer Lichess, besides the fact that you get unlimited puzzles, I mean that's a huge one too. But the fact that the study interface, like the game study interface, is like number one, like absolute number one. Like there is no substitute for the game study interface, where you can like put in your own notes and like do variations. It's so freaking intuitive. Chess.com's is absolutely disgusting. Like, as much as chess.com does some other good things, like they're really good. They're really commercial, right? So they're really good for monetizing chess. That's a really big deal. It's really important. It needs to happen. Okay, I'm going to finally delete debump, or I'm just going to turn it off. Okay. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's a really freaking it was command rules. Confused? Learn how to play at, and then there's the WXF. Oh no, it's no longer here. XiangQi intro for chess players PDF. Where is it? Was this it? Aha! Yeah, here it is. Here we go. Copy link, address, and we're gonna edit. They changed the domain, so it's no longer that website. It's a different website now. So here you go. Yeah, this is a really good document. I don't think this is the same doc. No, it's not the same document. There was one. There was one that was specifically for chess players coming into the game. Was this it? This might be it. No, this is. I don't think this is it. I remember at the very top it had like a. It had a chessboard on it. I don't know if the is this it? I think this is it. The fuck is going on? Download. Oh, preview. This may be. This might be it. I actually don't think this is it though. This is not the one. I guess it's gone forever. There was a book. It's called XiangQi Introduction for Chess Players. XiangQi Introduction for Chess Players. Chess Player's Guide to XiangQi. Oh god. Is this
Welcome to XiangQi, also known as Chinese chess. XiangQi has its similarities to international chess, but there are some differences that make it play very differently. In XiangQi, pieces
This isn't. There was an amazing PDF and now it's gone. Maybe they just slightly changed the article. Maybe it's at the WXF. WXF. Oh wait. WXF. It's WXF dash WXF XiangQi.org/doc. That video, yeah, we can watch it. I just just 1 second. Like I think I can actually like spend like a few seconds and we'll find it. WXF-XiangQi.org. Let's just do a cursory glance at the official WXF website in English. And this is the WXF is the World XiangQi Federation. So if you're gonna play competitively, you're gonna have to play through WXF unless you're Chinese or Vietnamese or any other. Like I think there is an Asian federation that's across all of Asia. I don't think they have the I don't think they have that PDF on file anymore. It's unfortunate. Oh, here we go. An old article. The basics of. Oh, this is not it. There was like a really advanced. There was like a really like comprehensive PDF, like really comprehensive, like specifically for chess players.
That's not on.
But I guess it's nowhere to be found. It's got to be somewhere, right? It's somewhere on the internet. Someone has it. Or maybe I still have it on an old computer. I might be the only one in the world who owns it.
Squares, but on the intersections of a grid. Whereas the international chessboard is 8 by 8, the XiangQi board is 9 by 10. This means that there are 90 positions in Chinese chess versus 64 in international chess, which often makes movement in XiangQi feel more open than in international chess. Another key difference is that the initial piece layout in XiangQi is completely symmetrical around the middle file, whereas the placement of the king and queen in international chess break this symmetry. This difference
By the way, on websites like PyChess and most websites, you can actually switch to Western pieces if that's much more comfortable for you. But I highly recommend learning the Chinese characters and just playing with the Chinese characters, because most traditional, most boards that you will play on are going to use traditional pieces, and if you're not used to them, you're going to be really, really confused. And you may as well put in the time while you're learning. Just, I don't know, for some reason, the Western pieces just don't look right to me. They just don't. Like, I'm sure if I really practiced with them, it'd be fine. But I just highly recommend playing with the Chinese characters.
Opening theory in some aspects, as certain moves are identical to each other due to symmetry. Bisecting the board is the river. The back rank of each side of the board has a box, 3 by 3 lines, called a palace, marked by diagonal lines. Some pieces have unique interactions with the river and the palace, which we will go over as we examine each piece. XiangQi, like international chess, uses a point system to rate the relative value of pieces. There are 5 soldiers, which are most similar to pawns in international chess.
They're just called pawns.
Initially, the soldier can move forward 1 position at a time. They capture by moving directly forward into a piece. Once the soldier crosses the river in the center of the board, the pawn can then move and capture forward or sideways, 1 spot at a time. Unlike the pawn in international chess, the soldier does not get promoted to another piece when it reaches the last rank. The soldier is worth 1 point before the river and 2 points after it has crossed the river. While the board is bigger in XiangQi, there are fewer pawns. In international
Tell us a story. One time at band camp,
chess, players must first maneuver their pawns around in order to make way for the back line. However, in XiangQi, due to the lack of pawns, players may begin developing their more powerful pieces much earlier, often leading to faster-paced games. The horse moves similarly to a knight in international chess. In XiangQi, the horse moves 1 position orthogonally and then continues to 1 position diagonally. The horse cannot jump over a piece, so if there is a piece next to the horse, it is blocking its leg, and it will block the horse's movement to positions that would require the horse to move through the occupied space. The horse captures by landing directly on top of a piece. The horse is worth 4 points. The chariot is analogous to the rook in international chess, and is the most powerful piece in XiangQi. The chariot can move orthogonally as far as there are open positions, and it captures an opponent piece by landing on it. The chariot is worth 9 points.
I don't know why she's making a point of saying that you land on it to capture, because there's no other way to capture in the game. By saying that, like, she's implying that there's another way to capture, and there's not. There's no en passant or anything. There's no other way to capture except by landing on it. So she's implying by stating it explicitly. Like, there's no reason to, like, I guess that's all. I mean, how else are you supposed to say it? It's just kind of funny though. Like, it like implies that there's another way to capture it.
The general, analogous to the king in international chess, is the most important piece in XiangQi, and the goal of the game is to checkmate your opponent's general, just like in international chess. The general moves orthogonally 1 position at a time.
Yeah, the only kind of promotion is after you cross the river, the pawns can then move and capture side to side. And there's no other promotion. In a lot of ways, I think this game is so much simpler than chess, but like it's a lot more exponentially complex and like opening and middle game and an end game. It's just a crazy game. It's very different. I mean, but it's also the same. I don't know. It playing it feels just like playing chess. Like compared to shogi, whereas with shogi, it doesn't really feel like playing chess. It feels like playing like Crazy House. Whereas like playing XiangQi, it feels like playing more or less. It feels the same as playing chess. Battle chess, yeah, that was on DOS. It has XiangQi too. Battle XiangQi. What?
At a time, and he is restricted to moving within the palace. The two opposing generals cannot face each other across the board without pieces between them. This is called the flying general rule. This rule means that generals can actually be used offensively to block the opposing general from moving into certain
And you changed your color of your name. It was gray. You were a cum name, and now you're a blue name.
positions. The cannon is unique
Okay.
to the board without pieces between them. This is
Yeah, this is really
not
important, by the
restricted
way.
to moving within the palace. Finally, one general, just like in international chess. The general moves orthogonally one position at a time, and he is restricted to moving within the palace. The two opposing generals cannot face each other across the board without pieces between them.
It's kind of crazy though. Like if you're used to the king in chess, like if you're used to the king being able to like go to the center of the board or across the board, it just feels like your king and advisors are like eternally trapped, and that's because they are. They can never leave the palace, and that's just a crazy thought. Like they're literally imprisoned. Like the king and advisors, they're literally imprisoned. Like it's crazy.
This is called the flying general rule. This rule means that generals can actually be used offensively to block the opposing general from moving into certain positions. The cannon.
So you can never put unless there's a piece in between it, you can never put the king directly across from your opponent's king. They can't look at each other. And you can use that as like a block. So it basically acts like a rook, which is crazy endgame. Like the king basically acts like a rook in the endgame. As a blocker. For the king only, though.
Is unique to XiangQi and has no international chess equivalent. It is a very powerful piece. It moves like a chariot orthogonally as many positions as are open. The unique thing about the cannon is how it captures opponent pieces. The cannon must jump over a piece, which can be from either army, along its path and then land on its victim to capture it. The cannon is worth 4.5 points.
So there's a variant of shogi that adds the cannon. I forgot what it was. But there is a variant of shogi that has the cannon in it. Like I think I've played it one time.
Advisors also have no international chess equivalent. There are two, one on each side of the king. The advisors are restricted to the palace around the general. The advisor can move diagonally one position at a time. It captures by moving directly into a piece. The advisor is worth 2 points. The elephant is similar to a bishop. It moves diagonally exactly 2 positions. The elephant's movement can be blocked by an intervening piece along its path. Additionally, the elephant cannot cross the river, making it mostly a defensive piece. However, it can capture pieces by landing directly on top
By landing directly on top of them.
of them. The elephants are often used in conjunction to protect each other, one in front of the palace, the other to the side, and to protect the general. The elephant is worth 2 points.
Yeah, the elephants are completely defensive pieces. And it's like it can kind of get frustrating because you really have to be careful about not losing your main pieces. You don't want to lose your rooks or cannons or horses, because if all you have left are your elephants, you can never deliver checkmate.
The elephant is also where XiangQi gets its name. Xiang is elephant in Chinese, and qi means game, hence XiangQi. We hope you found this video helpful. You can learn more on XiangQi.com's help section, and of course, you can always learn by playing games on XiangQi.com, with her XiangQi engine or with other players on the site. Hope to see you there soon!
Yeah, I think XiangQi.com is still like struggling to find users. Maybe we can be a small part of helping grow the game. See, there's only 13 players online right now. Like, let me... yeah, there's only 12 players online. I'm not going to add another website for XiangQi when one already exists, which is already still pretty small. Like, it's still growing. XiangQi.com, where you can play XiangQi, and there's like puzzles. It's basically like a chess.com, but XiangQi.com. Maybe we could play a game? Well, let's play. In fact, you could make an account on XiangQi.com right now. And we could play on XiangQi.com. I usually use PyChess, but I think we should try to grow XiangQi.com. We can add users to the website, and then they'll give me money. No, probably not. Maybe if I give them 10,000 players. Maybe if I give them 1 million players. Hey guys, we need to go viral on Twitch. Like, we need to go completely viral. We need to get 80,000 viewers, and we need to get them all to sign up for XiangQi.com. Maybe then they'll notice me. Do you think? Do you think they would notice me? If I brought 80,000 people to the website, do you think they would notice me? Or do you think they would think that I'm a pleb and that I suck at the game and they don't care? They're like, oh, you brought 80 million people to the game, but you're so bad that we don't care. You're so bad at the game that even if you brought 80 million people, it's still not enough. Maybe 80 million and one. But not 80 million. That's not enough. It's just not enough. Where is my... Oh, I do have this. Oh no, I have XiangQi puzzles. XiangQi.com. Play. And then I need to make a, I think I deleted it. I need to create a shortcut. XiangQi. Okay, there we go. And then I need to do this. And create game. Let me challenge someone. Yeah, just make an account. Mahadeva. Mayahiga. Challenge. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, red goes first. Okay, moving the pawn forward. I can move my cannon to the center. Whoa. And you can change the language. Okay, the advisor comes in. I'm gonna bring my horse. Is there a way to change the board color? Or do I have to... Oh, light mode. Oh, I guess I can only have... I guess I can only have light mode or dark mode. I guess there's no different colors for the board. Oh, no. I can. Oh, wait. What? What happened? Let's go back to the game. Okay, there we go. How about I focus on our game? Let me get some music going. And just be careful. This website, the one thing I don't really like about it is they only use one type of time control, which is maximum time, and there's no increment, and there's also a maximum move time. God damn it, what is going on with my music? It was working earlier. Cable C input. Okay. Well then, how come cable C is not playing? Okay. Move my horse out. My horsey. Okay, this is just like pissing me off sometimes how inconsistent things can be. So I hope that wasn't too loud. Unblock my horse. Oh, I know what was going on. I think so. I think I know what was going on. I think I had it muted. Elephants. No? This can be so annoying. Cable B input. No, it's cable C input. This is so weird. Like, how come I can't hear it? Why is it not playing? You guys can hear it. I have it listening. Oh, no. You know, okay. That is a free horse. I don't want to deal with this freaking music problem right now. Like, I had it working earlier. It was working, like the music was working fine earlier. Like where I could hear it and oh, God damn it. It's a constant struggle. Things just like working one day and then nothing, literally nothing changing. And then suddenly, like, I know that you guys could hear the music. What I said is I couldn't hear it. Where it was literally working earlier today. Because cannons are like, they move like rooks, but they need an intervening piece to capture. So you could actually, but the reason, previously, like before I captured the horse, your cannon was actually attacking, your cannon was attacking my rook. Because it's using the piece as like a catapult. Like it's leapfrogging. It's jumping over a piece that's in between it in order to attack. It's a really unique piece. So when you move that horse there, you're actually attacking my rook. And if that horse was defended, this would be like a super crazy good move. Like that would be a super crazy good move because I would have to move my rook back to the side. But because your horse is undefended, I just capture, and you can no longer, your cannon's not attacking anything. Your cannon can only attack, like your cannon is defending your elephant in the center over here. By the way, you can, on this website, you go into settings, you can switch back and forth between whatever piece style that you're most comfortable with. I prefer the Chinese style pieces. You could use the Western style pieces if you like. If it's easier for you, I do recommend learning the Chinese characters. Yeah, you didn't know. We can start a new game if you'd like, but the game is definitely not over. Like I still have to be able to win. Yeah, I like the Chinese pieces too. Like I just think. Where's the other video I wanted to Oops. Like this is what the pieces are supposed to look like.
XiangQi through. So, the only difference
Like they're like hockey pucks. Like but you're basically playing with hockey pucks. You're playing with hockey pucks.
backward, and then when it gets to the end, you do not have to be in jump over to stay there. You can only jump over to capture. And the cannon cannot jump over two pieces and capture a piece on the other side. He can only capture a piece that's after jumping over one piece.
One piece. It's a manga. And remember the palace pieces can never leave the palace. So that advisor that you moved, it can only defend inside the palace. So it's not like you can't go outside of it. So it's like literally I could put the rook here and I would be safe. Because the advisor can't leave the palace. And there are different ways of notating the game. I guess this website uses the weird notation. Because this is usually, I mean, this is just, I guess it's just absolute notation. The usual way you notate is that would be like, you would say like rook 9 equals 6 because you move the rook from the 9th file to the 6th file. And if you were moving it up, you would, like, if you moved it here, like if instead you moved the rook forward, you would say rook 9 plus 1. If you moved it backwards, you would say rook 9 minus 1. Okay, I'm going to capture the advisor. And I'm going to recapture. I could recapture with the king, or I could recapture with the horse. I'm just going to recapture with the king because I don't want to lose my development. Because if I captured with the horse, I would have to move back up. And there's no immediate check, so I don't have to move back or anything. Elephants can attack or be captured. No, elephants can attack, and they can be captured. They just can't move across the river. So the elephants can also only move to, like, they move diagonally by 2 points. They can only move to the same exact 7 points on the board. Is probably like the best way to think about them. Is they're basically really static pieces. They can only move and capture, and they can be blocked. They don't jump. You know, they're big old elephants. You know, they're big beasts. Okay, well that's a free cannon, so I'm gonna capture it. Oh, but you're gonna capture my rook. I could have captured your rook first. And not only, yeah, so I could have actually captured, I made a mistake. I could have captured your rook first. Like, I could have just captured. My bad. Now, I don't want to capture the elephant because you would capture with your other elephant or with your cannon. Let me move my horse into the center here. From the left elbow file, or yeah, the external. Oh wait. Edge, external rib, elbows, and then ribs, and then center. So you have a central file. There's a rib file. There's a elbow file. Left elbow, right elbow for black. Then there's external ribs, and then there's edge. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Okay, what I can do... So I'm gonna move my cannon back, and now my cannon is attacking your rook. Using the horse as a launching point. Basically, I guess you can think of the cannons as like the piece that you're using is, the piece... The piece that you're using is using it as like a launch. Like you're using the horse as like a way to launch the cannon, like, or launch the catapult. Or you know, if the piece was here, or here, or here, or if it was a red piece. I'm shooting the cannon over a piece. Like it's going, psh, Geronimo! Psh, psh, Geronimo! I'm such a dork. Okay, I'm attacking the pawn, and it's defended by the horse. Horse is defended by the other horse. But this horse is blocked and can't go that way. But I can go this way, or this way, or this way. I just can't go up, because I'm blocked. Like me old grandpappy used to tell me. Or like okay, well now I'm just gonna cross the river now. Well, you are attacking... Okay, so wait, you are attacking my advisor. I gotta be careful. So I'm gonna move my king back to defend the advisor. Wait, that's not my king! Oh god, that was my cannon! Oh my goodness! I thought I moved my king up. See, it even happens to me too. It is similarly angled Chinese characters, though. To be fair. Well, I made a mistake. I guess I did get a free rook earlier. So... Or, I guess I got a free cannon and a free rook earlier. So I think it's a... No, I got a... Yeah, I know, I got a free cannon earlier. I just gave you an advisor. So... There's that. I'm just gonna cross the river. But my poor elephant. Your elephant's also defending it. So I'm just gonna give up the piece. Oh, but if you capture it with the elephant, I take the horse. Okay, so I'm gonna move to the side. Yeah, no. Oh, because like I said, the advisor can't leave. Well, first of all, the advisor only moves diagonally. That's why. And they can't leave the palace, so they can only move and capture diagonally. They're the opposite of the king. The king can only move orthogonally. So the king can only move horizontally and vertically, and the advisors can only move diagonally. They're like, they fill in each other's weaknesses. Like the two advisors move diagonally, and the king moves orthogonally. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have done. Oh, I guess. No! I lost my rook. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Oh my god! What is wrong with me? Why would I do this to myself? Why would I do these? 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 I don't know why I did these. Oh no. Okay. Ming. I'm glad to introduce you to the game. It's a very beautiful game, and I'm having fun. I like playing games with viewers. And I like introducing people to these beautiful ancient video board games. Board game, video game, same thing. Like, I'm having a really good time. I hope you are. Okay, let me attack the horse. Horse can't take because it's blocked. So it has to move. But where is it going to move? Is the question. Well, that's... Now you're attacking my horse. Now you're attacking my horse. Why are you attacking my horse? Okay, let me try to reposition myself. No! You took my cannon! Ah. Well, I'm glad to have given you some entertainment. I'm glad you're having fun. Oh, it's a happy moment. Late night stream, chill, super chill vibes. Super late night stream. Not acting super silly, just like kind of being lazy. Playing games, having lots of fun. Teaching games to people. I like it. Now, I'm not the best player in the world. In fact, I'm probably the worst player in the world. Okay, my cannon's defending, so... This is getting really dangerous. This is getting really dangerous. I think I might lose. Ming. Okay, let me block the horse here and also attack it. Ah! I'm glad you found my stream, Eve Singularity. How to checkmate? It's basically just like chess. You have to make it so you could also win by drawing. If you deliver stalemate, but if it's your turn, you lose. So if I play checkmate, or if I play a move and it's your turn and you have no legal moves, then it's basically the same as delivering checkmate. It discourages, they changed the rules at some point. I don't know when they did it, but they added rules, I think in the 60s or maybe the 80s. I don't know when they did it, but they added the rules that if you draw, it's not a single point. It's you can there's like they want to discourage draws. They want to make it so like if you draw, but it like if you make a move and it's stalemate and it's your opponent's turn to move, then your opponent loses. They added that that rule, so that they would encourage people to, they would make it more exciting so you don't get endless draws. And I'm thinking they should do that for Western chess. Like, they should seriously do that, because there's so many matches that are basically, you're having world championships being decided by Armageddon games. That's absolutely insane to me. That you would have like a 15-minute game decide a world championship. There should be different draw rules. Or I think like somebody, like I think Danny Wrench, I forgot who it was. Maybe it was Danny Wrench. Suggested the idea of making a draw worth only 1 point, but a win worth 3 points. So that if you draw, you can't like hedge your bets. You know what I mean? Like you can't just like play the tournament point system. So if you draw, you're going to be behind. Or they can do what XiangQi does and just make a draw, like a stalemate, into a win if it's like whoever delivered the stalemating move wins. Because then it makes it more, like, it makes a draw more meaningful. Because that basically makes a draw, if you deliver stalemate, it makes it into a win. So then you have to calculate it so that you're not going to be in Zugzwang. So you're going to have to calculate it so that it matters who delivers the stalemate. And that changes things a bit, because as it is now, it doesn't matter whether it's your turn or your opponent's turn, you still get half a point. And I still think they should do 2 and 1 rather than 1 and 1/2. Like, it's silly. Like, why not just make it whole numbers? like XiangQi does. They use whole numbers. They use 2 points for a win, 1 point for a draw. And I think draws can only be like agreed upon. I'm not sure how they work. I am actually not sure how draws work. Like actual draws, not like, because stalemates are a win, or like a win-loss. It's basically, a stalemate's the same as a checkmate. Here we go. I found the move. Oh. What? Oh. That's my... That's not the move. This is not my cannon. That's my king. Okay. I am stupid. Okay, let's just capture the pawn. This is actually looking pretty dangerous. I have a horse and a cannon versus a rook. This is a crazy endgame. This is an interesting endgame, not crazy. I don't have any elephants. I have one more pawn than you, and I have 2 pieces versus a major, 2 minor pieces versus a major piece. Your king can't move into his point where he would be captured. Exactly. Yeah. So it's just like chess. So if you're covering a point, and they're points, not squares. It's virtually the same thing. It's just you're imagining it, they just represent them differently. Instead of representing them as squares, they represent them as points. And it's like a 9x10 grid of points. So yeah, this is kind of a fun endgame. It's horse and cannon and 3 pawns. 1 is across the river versus rook and pawn. Because and king. You know, the king is always an endgame piece. Because like remember what, you can't move the, like if there wasn't an elephant here, if this was here, it would be pinning your elephant. So you know, you can use your king as a tactical piece by, you know, you can create a pin because you can never put your kings across from each other in an empty field if there's no piece in between it. So that would pin your elephant. You wouldn't be able to move the elephant out. If my king were here on J5, if my king were on J5, you would not be able to move the elephant. And like likewise, like, yeah, so now you're cutting off, that's actually really good, because now you're going to attack. You're actually threatening checkmate now. You're threatening actually, I think there's only one move I can make. Like, you're threatening checkmate. You're literally threatening checkmate. Not really. I'd actually told you the opposite. Like, I told you that, well, I was telling you that if my king was already there, then you couldn't move the elephant, and you just kind of extrapolated it. You went ahead and found out the strategy. Like, I didn't explicitly tell you the move. I was saying if my king were here, you wouldn't have been able to move it. And then I'm like, oh, and then you're like, oh, so I should move it, because that blocks off the entire file for the king. I can't move there now. It's like a rook. Your king basically acts like a rook. Okay. And not really sure what that's doing. Guarding this point, and yeah, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna put my cannon here to kind of like use as a hiding place for my king. Put the cannon in the center of the palace. And then I can move my king behind it. I might be able to do an attack with the pawn. This channel is so chill. I'm glad that you caught me in a chill stage. Sometimes I'm really ridiculously manic. But I'm not just a minx. Although my name is Rebecca. Rebecca! Name the TV show. Check. And a lot of people like my channel when it's chill. It's chill most of the time, honestly. Even when I'm shouting and crying, like, honestly, the way it works out in stream format. I mean, obviously it is uncomfortable when I'm screaming and crying. Yeah, now you have to either move you can either move the advisor in front of your king, because remember how the cannon works is that it needs an intervening piece. It attacks the piece. It attacks the piece on the other side. So if you put your advisor in front of it, it would be attacking the advisor instead of the king. So that's one, or you could put, or you could put your rook there. That works too. But now you can't capture my pawn. So my pawn's safe. As long as my cannon's on the file, my pawn's safe. What the fuck? As long as my cannon is here, my pawn's defended. And you can't capture it because you'd be putting yourself in check. And now, since you put the elephant there, you'd be able to capture my pawn. Oh no, you're You know, you could have actually checkmated me. You had checkmate in this position. I don't even know if I can get out of checkmate. Now you let me get out of checkmate. A lot of people like the music too. It's from Overclocked Remix, but it's on rainwave.cc, which is a amazing music station, completely free, ad-free. OC Remix is 100% safe to play on Twitch streams. Complete, like 100% safe. You will never get muted. You will never, certainly never get a DMCA strike. And it's user-submitted remixes of video game music. They also have, these other stations aren't 100% safe for streaming. You will get muted, although I highly doubt you'll ever get a DMCA strike from video game soundtracks. As, there are artists, chiptune artists, who will claim, who will get you muted, but I doubt they would ever actually give you a strike. Because the video game and chiptune community is really tight-knit, and they love sharing each other's work. Although some people might not, so you never know. Yeah, I'm doomed. I am doomed. I am doomed. Doomed. Yeah, you don't want to stream anime, Ms. Kiv. Jesus Christ, dude. You don't want to stream music that's like from like a record label, which would be like any anime music. Anime music is basically like, it's completely like copyright. Like, it's crazy. You don't want to stream anime, period. You don't want to stream TV shows, period. Unless they're like public domain or whatever. Like educational content or whatever. I don't know. Okay, I can give check, but I don't want to do that because the elephant is there. The elephant. Not that big of a party, Rebecca. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Like, oh my god. Rebecca, what the fuck? Like, oh my god, no. We are the same. We're the same, Jessica. Like, oh my god. Okay, you could have captured my cannon, but now you can't. Now there also is like a rule where you can't like chase the king. I forgot how it works. I don't think you I think you can't keep making like the same back and forth like threefold repetition. I'm not sure exactly, but I know I can check. And then I think I can do something. I don't know if I have a tactic here. I can reveal check. Well, that gives me the elephant. Cannon and horse versus rook. This is an interesting thing going on. Okay, here we go. Check, and then... I got the other elephant. And I have one pawn left to cross the river. No, my horse! My horse! My horse! Okay, Rebecca, calm down. Chill. You gotta chill. Okay, maybe not. But, and a big but at that. Yeah, this is GG. Checkmate. Ah! Continue. Round 2. Imagine like a Twitch streamer is like an NPC. Like, I'm the NPC. Challenge. Do you want to challenge me? Do you have what it takes to defeat me? Press the action button to begin game. Oh, you gotta feed your cat? Yeah, I have an overactive pussy. I don't have a cat. But I'm gonna have a pussy next year, if you know what I mean. Don't Google pussy. I'll get banned. Oh my goodness. Should I play again? Maybe we should do some puzzles. There's Mate in 1 puzzles. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bow, bow. Ba-dum. You do mate in one puzzles. So I have to deliver checkmate. In one move. I'm pretty sure if the horse comes over here to I2, it's check. Cannon is blocking I4. And the cannon is blocking J5. So, horse I2. Congratulations! Applied directly to the forehead. That was amazing. Oh, the... 10 hours later. Yoo-hee! Okay. This is my Kazooie impression. Right. I played the shit out of Banjo-Kazooie. Like when I borrowed my cousin's N64 for like a month. We had Banjo-Kazooie and I played the shit out of it. And I got the secret ending. So if I take with the cannon on J4, no, that's not how to do it. If I check, rook takes, okay. Oh, if I block the exit, the cannon's now attacking the king and I'm blocking off this rank. Congratulations. Well, I can double check, of course, but then you just capture the rook. But I can move the rook somewhere away. No, I can check, and it also takes away the escape route. You can't capture with the advisor because you're checked by the horse. So I unblock the horse, and it checks, but I block off the escape route with the rook. What? That's not the right move? How is that not the right move? Oh, because you capture with the with the rook. So I can double check. Yeah, if I double check, well, you just capture the rook with the king. Oh, I can check with the cannon. By placing the cannon directly on top of the other piece. Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie is one of my biggest childhood memories, along with Crash Bandicoot. My very first video game was Sonic the Hedgehog. My earliest memory, actually, I think it's actually, yeah, my earliest memory is when we got the Sega Genesis, and I remember watching my brothers play, or maybe it was one of my brothers. I was watching my older brother play Sonic, or maybe I played it even. Maybe I got a chance to play it. I'm not sure at that point in time. But I do. That was my earliest memory, is the Sega Genesis and my brother playing Sonic the Hedgehog, or maybe me. And then I did play Super Mario Brothers growing up when I was like 3 or 4, like whatever. And I was like really into Super Mario Brothers. We had Zelda 2, but we didn't have Zelda 1. We had Zelda 2. I actually did not have Zelda 1. In fact, the first Zelda game I ever played was the one on Game Boy, Link's Awakening. Like the original Game Boy. I had an original Game Boy, and my first Game Boy game was Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct. Sonic the Hedgehog, Sega! And I had Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, but my friend across the street, who ended up becoming like a lifelong friend, although he kind of fell out with everybody, he kind of moved and he hasn't talked to anybody. He's like hermited himself up. He's basically Master Roshi. Like he's just locked up in an island somewhere, playing Final Fantasy XIV. Everywhere I'd go, I'd try to find anything related to Sonic. I always thought Sonic was the best. And a Mega Man. I liked Mega Man, Sonic, and Mario. And there's a little bit of, this is kind of an aside, more of a personal thing. I do talk about my my gender dysphoria related stuff sometimes. One of the reasons why it was so hard for me to start transitioning was because I was always kind of a tomboy. And so it was really hard for me to like believe that I was trans enough, if that makes any sense. Because I was like, I grew up, I really liked things that traditionally boys like video games, like boy stuff, like Power Rangers. Even though they had the Pink Ranger, apparently like the girls, that was the girl. And so it was like, it's supposed to be the Pink Ranger. Oh yeah, we also have a character that the girls are supposed to root for. And it's like, they did that thing. But I always was doing boy stuff when I was a kid. So it was really hard for myself to really understand my gender, because I had a hard time. Like when I first came out as trans, I ended up having to go back in the closet because I felt like it was too, like I wasn't trans enough. Like I was like, oh, well, I don't like doing drag queen stuff. And I'm like, I didn't understand. Like I didn't understand at all. Like I'm a girl, okay? Like I'm wearing pajamas. Girls wear pajamas. Okay? So do guys. Yeah, tomboy girls. Yeah, my sister's a tomboy kind of too. She didn't like makeup though. She did cheerleading and makeup. Although she had dolls. And interestingly enough, I chewed on all of her Barbie doll hands. And I don't know if this means anything, but I think I chewed on all of their hands. But my sister seems to think, or maybe this is true, that I only bit the hands of the black Barbies. Like, what was that all about? I don't think that was the case. I think I think I just bit their hands. I would chew on their hands, like when I was like a little kid. I would just go in my sister's room and take her Barbie dolls and chew on their hands. I was so rude. I was really mean to my sister. I really, really wish I wasn't so mean. She forgives me. She wanted Pokemon and Bakugan. Oh my god, Bakugan. Jeez, there's a name. Jesus Christ, Bakugan. I did not watch Bakugan. Although I did watch some Bakugan in Mandarin when I was studying Mandarin, though, I think. I watched like a Mandarin dub of like a couple different anime. Like Naruto, Huoying, Huoying Renji, Renji. What? I forgot. If I move the horse here, it's check, and you can't capture with the advisor because the cannon it's pinned by the cannon. So if I check, and also it unlocks the cannon. The cannon would then be blocking J6. So therefore, check and every you can't capture the checking piece. You can't move out of check. Therefore, it's checkmate. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Yeah, I was more girlish than my sister, I think. I was actually, ironically, I was like made fun of for being too girly as a kid. And I don't know. I'm really happy I've been able to do everything related to my gender expansive care. You know, I'm having facial surgery in March, and I'm having vaginoplasty next November. It's a whole year from now. I'm like counting the days on the calendar, basically. Like every single day just drags on. Like I'm just so ready to be over. I really need this to be over. I just want to get my surgeries, recover from them, and not have to deal with that shit anymore. I just want to move on, but I can't. There's no moving on. There is never any moving on. It's only going to happen. That's the only option. And the only way to make it happen is to wait. So unfortunately, okay, well I can double check. If I put the rook in front of the cannon, it's check. It's defended by the horse. And I'm also checking. I'm checking with the rook, and I'm also checking with the cannon behind it, because there's a cannon right here. So by putting my rook into place, I'm checking the king twice. And because the king's here on the fourth file, the king can't escape. And because the rook is here and the cannon are attacking, you can't capture the rook because of the horse. So that's a bunch of pieces protecting the checkmate. It will happen, and especially after my facial surgery, time's gonna fly. Like they're gonna put me on pain meds. Obviously, that's not gonna be very long, but you know it's a good thing. You don't want to be on pain meds for too long. Like you don't want to be on opiates specifically. They take you off those as soon as possible, which is good. I do not want to be on those things. I do not like opiates. I do not like how they make me feel. I don't like the they're like physically addicting. Like I don't like it. But it'll definitely help me get through the recovery. The pain will be very annoying. You know what's also fucked up is I have to get my wisdom teeth removed and a crown. And that's gonna happen probably within the next month. I might have to wait till after facials. Oh my god. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to get my wisdom teeth removed. I need to get them done. Like, I think I'm gonna have time because I think it's gonna happen December, and then it's gonna be like not till March where I have facial surgery. So it's like it's gonna be plenty of time to recover from wisdom teeth. Oh god. But then it means that I'm gonna have to go through two annoying things. Like basically with only like 2 months in between, or 3 months, I guess. Yeah, wisdom teeth removed, then facial feminization, and then vaginoplasty. And I've already had orchiectomy. I've already been into one surgery, but that surgery only took 30 minutes. but it took longer to wait for the surgery than it did to actually get the surgery, because I had to wait several hours. I was stupid and ate a slice of bread in the morning because I was worried that I would get low blood sugar. I'm diabetic, and I was worried that I was gonna like be hypoglycemic and die. So I ate a slice of bread, and I thought there would be enough time, but it's like the anesthesiologist was like, no, we're gonna wait a couple hours. And I'm really glad that it was so early in the morning that they didn't have to reschedule it. That would have been such a pain in the ass. Oh my god. I'm so glad I was just able to get the orchiectomy, and it gives me a lot of positive news. I mean, it gives me like, makes me really feel really hopeful, because the way I felt after I got out of surgery, I cried. Like, I was so happy. Like, it's finally over. I don't have to deal with this orchiectomy anymore. Removal of the testicles. It was pretty awesome getting those things out of me. I'm really happy they're out. And I'm going to be even happier when my pee-pee is a VV. Okay, so I'm going to be way, way, way more happy after that. The recovery is going to take a lot longer, and it's going to be like 3 to 4 months before I can actually use it, if you know what I mean. But it'll last me for the rest of my life, of course. So it's like, I'm never gonna have to worry about it again. Obviously, well, there could be something that could go wrong, but something could go wrong now in the way something could happen to your genitals regardless of what, like something bad could happen regardless. Like a freaking someone could just take a shotgun into your groin. Like, why would they do that? That's a terrible thing to do to anyone, regardless of whether it's a penis or a vagina. Why would you do that? That's a terrible thing to do. Don't do it. I try not to borrow trouble, is what my therapist says. Like, don't worry about the worst case scenarios. Like, what if everything goes right? Like, what if good things happen? Like, why am I thinking about the worst case scenario? Why don't I think about the best case scenario? Like, it's more likely that the good things are going to happen. Why am I thinking about those? What stopped me? It was kind of society. I kind of felt peer pressured a little bit. Like, people were like, why do you want to cut it off? Like that. But then they were overly supportive, and I felt intimidated by that. But then people were being supportive, and I think the very wrong way. They were treating it like I was a drag queen, like I was cross-dressing. They were treating me like I had friends that were like, oh, let's do makeup, and like they doing drag makeup and like the stuff like that. Like it was like that. Like people trying to be supportive, but it was actually just really overwhelming. And I was like, well, this isn't the kind of woman I want to be. I don't want to be this overly like over the top drag queen. That's not a woman to me. Like, I'm just a girl. Like I just need boobs and estrogen. Like, I need estrogen for the boobs. Like I need to feel the estrogen. Like it's not even about, I mean, obviously it does change the way I look, but it's mostly like it changes the way my skin feels. It changes the way my brain feels. Like everything changed, like physically. Like I really needed estrogen because that's a huge part of my womanhood. And even though it's not the only part of what it means to be a woman, you don't have to have high estrogen. You don't have to have estrogen to be a woman. Like some women have lower estrogen or higher testosterone. That's fine. But for me, like I'm like, I need estrogen in my body. Like I just do. Like I can't be happy without it, and I can't be happy without the genitals the way they are. And unfortunately, I went through male puberty, and it did permanent changes to my skeleton, my skull, and my shoulders, and the rest of my body. And I can't really do anything about the rest of my skeleton. But there are facial feminizing surgeries, and I'm getting those. And I never thought those were going to be possible at all. A large part of the reason why I wasn't able to transition, why I went back into being a quote-unquote man, was I just didn't know how I was ever going to pay for it. Because it was like not guaranteed. It was not seen as a medically necessary procedure. It was supposed to be something that you had to pay for yourself, and it cost like $10,000 at least, if not more, like $20,000. Like I was like, how am I ever gonna get this money? And I was homeless, and I was like, how am I ever going to get this money? Like how? And I hated life. I thought I was never gonna be happy, and I pretty much just gave up. I was like, well, this is never gonna happen. I just have to accept that it's never gonna happen. And I was miserable, and I hated myself, and I hated my body, and I hated life. I hated everything about everything, and I was a terrible person. I don't want to say I was outright terrible. I mean, there were good things about me, but I was not a happy person. And bad things were going, I did not like the direction my life was going at all. It was not going anywhere. Like it was over. If I move the rook over to I4, it's check. And the horse is blocking the escape points. And you can't capture because it's blocked by the horse. It's defended by the horse. Wrong solution. Oh, the cannon can take. What am I thinking? Oh, obviously. No, because then the if I play horse to h3, cannon to i4, cannon i4, because I'm blocking my own horse. Oh, I can check this way. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and also the cannon is now defending h5. So horse f5, check, and that's checkmate. Because the rook is defending i4, the cannon is defending h5. But yeah, and definitely, it was back in like 2008. And society is still not ready for us, it seems. But, you know, ready or not, here we come. Is pretty much what has been going on the past couple of years. We've been really ramping up our voice. Collectively, the trans community has just been fed up. We're tired of being silent. We're tired of being silenced. We're tired of being told that we don't deserve healthcare. That we're like delusional. We're tired of we exist, and we've always existed. The only thing that's changed, the only thing that was like different was that people didn't acknowledge our existence. But we existed. Like, it's just not in the way it is now, because there's been a lot of advancements in technology and medicine. Like, well, in medicine. Like, you know, the fact that we have these surgeries that have been around for a while in some form. And I'm sure before, like in the super ancient days, I'm sure people would just get like, you know, like castrated and stuff like that, at least. Or maybe there was rudimentary, very barbaric, maybe there was very rudimentary surgeries people would do on people. We just don't, I don't think we'll ever, I mean, unless there's surviving tissue from like a transgender, a surgically altered transgender, if we found, that would be a huge fucking historical find, archaeological find. If there was a perfectly preserved body with tissue that had a surgically altered genitals to be a vagina or a penis, either way, of somebody from the ancient world, that would be huge. Do you know how huge that would be? First of all, having a perfectly preserved body from the ancient world, regardless, is like having like a mummy or whatever. that you could actually like have like surviving tissue or whatever. That's absolutely insane. Like if you actually have something with living tissue in it, that's not just a skeleton. Like if you have to act like, I don't think it's ever happened. Maybe it has. I think they found the Iceman or whatever. Like if you found a body perfectly preserved in ice. But what if we found a body perfectly preserved in ice that was a transgender body that had surgery? Or bag mummies? I don't know, man. Mummies! but wouldn't that be insane though? If we found a perfectly preserved body from like 10,000 years ago of a surgically altered transgender person that is clearly like somebody assigned male at birth that has a vagina. That's most likely what it would be. I doubt they would have a penis, but you never know. That would be even more insane. Like if somebody was surgically altered to have a penis back 10,000 years ago, that would change everything we understand about freaking medical history. Like that would be crazy. If like people knew how to do this back then, like that would be insane. But I doubt that. But we don't know. You never know until it's proven, you know? So it's like, you know, it's basically unfalsifiable. And like it's unfalsifiable because there's always the chance that you haven't found something. That's how archaeology works. If I check with the cannon, well, the rook can just capture it. Oh, if I check with the pawn, the cannon is blocking the escape point. I don't think I'm ever gonna get married. If I'm gonna be real, I don't think I could ever tie myself down to one person. I just don't think it's gonna happen. You know, and plus it's like, it's too much business. It's basically like a financial commitment. Like, oh, my finances are yours. That's pretty much what marriage is to me, and I don't want that. I don't want someone being in charge of my life. Like, if somebody wants a divorce, they're gonna get half of my whatever. Like, I don't want that. Like, fuck that. Oh. We're on Pluto. We're on Pluto. Woo! Woo! It's kind of crazy. It gets bigger and bigger each one. Reach for the heavens. It's like emote generator. Emote generator. Okay, which emote generator? I can check with the rook, I think. And then the king is blocking off the escape point. Yeah, I mean, I'm pansexual and I do adult work, and I'm aiming to do adult work as a career because I'm an adult, and any work I do is an adult work. ... Can't ban me, Twitch. I didn't say what kind of adult work. I could mean Burger King. You never know. No, literally Twitch partners say like they have OnlyFans, so I can say that too. I do have OnlyFans. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna work out. Although it's a coin toss whether or not it's gonna get harder or better after my surgery, but that's not part of the that's not part of the decision. Like, that's just a side effect. Like, obviously the first like 3 to 4 or 5 months after my surgery is gonna be really rough because I'm not gonna be able to make any content. Really, I can make some content, but not lower region content. The thing is I'm a transgender person. I'm a trans feminine body, and typically people who go for OnlyFans girls, they're going for dick girls. And so if they're going for me and I don't have a penis, I'm gonna lose a lot of my followers. Like, I'm gonna lose a lot of my fans. But I might not. I might gain a lot more too. So it's kind of a coin flip. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of one of the things. Like, would it be better if I just go into the women's section, because people going into the trans category are expecting a penis. So if I go into the women's category, they're expecting a vagina. But then again, I also see trans women with vaginas in the trans category, and that's a very specific category. It's like post-op trans women. So I don't know. We'll see. It's very niche. And that might be a good thing. It might be a bad thing. It might not even change a thing. I think the biggest thing I should worry about is just living my life and doing the best I can, and not letting anything hold me back. Obviously, I need this surgery. My career is not a deciding factor. That's a side effect. And we'll see how it plays out. And the jury's still out on my career in general. But I did make like over $600 last month. And I'm still pretty much starting out. And I've been told that I'm actually pulling in good numbers for a beginner. Like, I'm told I'm pulling in really good numbers. Like, I don't really know how to parse the information. Like, I average, like, on the live platform, I can't say what it is. I average like 100 viewers on the live platform. Well, you know, like on Chatterbait. I can say it. I just can't tell you to go there. That's the rules. Like, I can't like make my entire platform on Twitch about, you know, join my OnlyFans. I can mention it, but I can't tell you to go there. Most can't get 10 views. Well, I get like 100. One time I had 600 viewers. But I overly promoted that show. And I didn't really... I mean, I don't know. I'm not really focused on making money at the moment. I'm focused on growing. I would say it's more like 80 viewers, if I'm going to be real. But I do regularly get over 100 viewers. And I have some and for OnlyFans, I have some people who renew. I think I have like 6 people with renewed with renew on. And I do my best to take care of my fans. So, I mean, we're getting into territory that might get me banned. So I'm like talking about the service. Like, I don't think I can do that. I don't know. Controversial. Well, no, if Twitch bans me, then I can go on social media to get everyone outraged about it. Like, what? She does nothing. She didn't, like, you know, like, look at this clip of Mia Malkova talking about her OnlyFans stuff. How come Rebecca got banned? ... trending on Twitter. ... Probably not. I would probably just get banned and nobody would know. Nobody would care. I don't... That's usually what happens, right? Like, it never goes the way you want it to. That's how social media works. It never goes the way you want it to. Good or bad. No, I'm talking about Twitch. Like, if I start overly promoting my social medias on Twitch, I might get banned on Twitch. If I check here, that one's pretty straightforward. That's an easy checkmate. Prefer a gender, or is it equal? The way I consider pansexual is that it kind of shifts. Like, sometimes I'm asexual, sometimes I'm really into men with penises, sometimes most of the time I'm really into women with penises, sometimes I'm into women with vaginas, sometimes I'm into men with vaginas. Yeah, you can't overly promote your fan page, your OnlyFans and stuff, but there's people like Mia Malkova actively and like Amaranth actively talking about their OnlyFans. Or they, you know, they don't like explicitly talk about it, but they have mentioned it. Everyone knows. So it's like, I don't think I'm doing anything bad. I think there's like a very fine, I think there's a very clear line. Like, if my whole entire stream is about like, go to my OnlyFans, go to my, like, if everything is like literally that, and I have the link directly on the screen, like, I think that's what it is. I think if you overly do it. But I think mentioning you have it won't get you banned. Oh, you gotta get a starter Pokemon. Ooh, what is it gonna be? I think it includes every single starter Pokemon. I bet it's a Charmander. I bet it's a Charmander. Oh, you do have the starter. You have to get a ball. So you do you can use the extension to use the Pokeshop, or you do Pokeshop Ultra Ball. How much money do I have? I haven't bought any in so long. Okay. Okay. There we go. I haven't caught any Pokemon in a while. I've just been saving up my Pokebucks, my Poke Dollars. Been saving up my Poke Dollars. Well, if I check here, it's double checked because of the cannon. So Rook G6, check. And I'm checking with the Rook, and I'm also checking with the cannon. Blocking off the escape squares with the Rook. Rook's blocking off here, and Rook's blocking off here. Yay, I got an Inkay. Whatever that is. I haven't played Pokemon seriously for like a very long time. I think I don't even remember all the Pokemon, but I played Pokemon Diamond. And I played a very small amount of Pokemon Emerald. And I grew up, Pokemon Red and Blue were my jam, okay? That was my jam, Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. I played some Pokemon Gold, but I never actually finished it. And the only one I've beaten besides Pokemon Red and Blue was Pokemon Diamond. Oh, I bet ink, Inkay. And you can look at all your Pokemon in the extension too. In the extent. I got 66 Pokemon. Oh yeah, it's that one. Oh wait, you can battle? Oh, I can make a team. I didn't know I could make a team. I had no idea you could make a team. What are my highest levels? I guess I guess you can't sort by levels. I just want to put all my highest levels on a team. Okay. So my Golduck goes on my team. I think the Stantler is gonna go in there. Castrodon, because it's castrated. I think the Stantler. Oh, I definitely need Zigzagoon. That boy's my jam. I have a team on one of my Pokemon Emerald games. I have a team that's all Zigzagoons with and I use them to farm items, and that's at the very beginning of the game. I farmed a whole bunch of Ultra Balls, and you get random nuggets as well. I kind of want to put this one on the team even though it's low level. I don't know how this all works. But that one looks like it's like special. Oh, it's a Gastrodon, not Castrodon. Oh, let me get the Panzer. Alright. Level 1 starter, so I need to put that one on my team for sure. And so what do I do with the team? The silly squid... Oh, you already said that. Oh, you can do a casual battle. Okay. I think I'm gonna do like one more puzzle. And I'm gonna call it a night. I'm getting tired. It's getting late. It's like 2:30 in the morning. I've been doing XiangQi puzzles, and I played a bunch of XiangQi games earlier. Been quite a day. I had my laser treatment. I had to numb my face and groin, and it was numb for hours. It's so frustratingly, like it's just really uncomfortable. Super uncomfortable. This practice for when I have my surgery. Do you dream of XiangQi? Actually, like the other day when I first started getting back into it again after a very long time, I actually was like, when I was falling asleep, I had like the Tetris effect. And I was like actually picturing the board. Like exactly like 1-to-1. As if it was like right in front of me. It was crazy. The cannon is defending the escape point. So I can deliver checkmate here. There's no intervening pieces. Okay, let me reset everything. And I think I'm gonna call it a night, you guys. It's been quite a day, quite a night as well. We had so much fun together. Did we? Didn't we have lots of fun? Didn't we? Didn't we have lots of fun? Ah! I think we did. I think we had lots of fun playing XiangQi together. Playing XiangQi together. Having all these amazing stories that we tell each other. In the world, you have to be on top of yourself. And what we learned today was that only you can prevent forest fires. Hey, stuttering. Sorry, Mike. I'm so cringe. Not that cringe. I'm not cringe enough. I'm the worst kind of cringe. The kind of cringe that's not so cringe that it's entertaining. Want to play chess? I'm actually ending my stream right now. Me. But I will be live tomorrow after I get a good night's sleep and then wake up and I get my coffee and I watch my YouTubes. I watch LSF and I get all caught up with what's going on in the Twitch world and in the world and in general. And then I log on and start my stream, and I'm gonna be here, and all you have to do is subscribe for $10.95 a month. No, don't give me money, not unless you have it in abundance. I just don't do it. Don't do it. Not unless you have like $1 bajillion. If you have $1 bajillion, then give me your money. Jesus Christ. You don't need it. I need it. But if you don't have the money, don't do it. Just show up and watch and share my stream with all your friends and enjoy your stay. Play games with me. We'll play chess together. I'm mostly focusing on XiangQi now, and I really want to full-time focus on XiangQi and make XiangQi YouTube videos. Like, that's my goal. Like, I want to learn the game strong enough so that I can make YouTube videos and provide value to the English-speaking XiangQi community, because there is a community. It's very tight-knit, and I've already gotten new people interested in the game. I had a new follower today. Eve Singularity, who learned how to play the game and played a game with me. And she enjoyed it. I'm guessing her. I'm guessing. Eve Singularity. I don't know. I'm guessing. Eve sounds like a woman's name. So either way, I literally got a new viewer into the game. Like, I'm an influencer. ... I influenced someone to play XiangQi. I think this is my game. It's very important to me, at least, anyway, at the moment. And I'm going to be focusing it on a long time, because I've focused on chess for a long time. I want to focus on this variant. And I want to get good enough to make YouTube videos. I want to get my setup nice and streamlined. And I want to set up really good videos. I want to review master games. And also, I guess what I can do, I'm going to be playing a lot of games. And I think what I'm going to do off stream is I'm going to select games of mine that I want to review, that I think will be instructing, like give instructional value. But I'm not quite at that point yet. I need to play more games and gain more experience and understand the patterns more. And also, like, while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna jump right in. I'm just gonna do it. And so I'm gonna pick games of mine that I feel are instructional the best I can. And I'm also going to look at Grandmaster games because there's a huge database of Grandmaster games. I'm going to look at historical games, like games from like the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, or whatever. I'm going to look at newer games. I'm going to look at computer engine games. We're going to look at so many different games of XiangQi on my YouTube. You're gonna have more than you can handle. My work's definitely cut out for me, and I think I can provide value to the XiangQi community, the English-speaking one at least, and maybe the ones who are learning English. So who knows? We'll see how it goes. Anyway, have a good night.